Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a Ford C-Max, Ford Fusion, Lincoln MKZ, and if your radiator fan stays on, stay with us, we'll explain what can cause that and how to fix it guys. Now, why we mention these three vehicles? Due to the fact that they're built on the same platform, same engines, transmissions have been used in those vehicles. For instance, this is the hybrid version, but if you have a non-hybrid gasoline or diesel, it will work as well. So let's go ahead and explain about that and cover what can usually cause that today. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 2 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Simply because our mission at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. Another thing, if you want to save quite a bit of money on car parts, tools, anything for your car guys, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tools and supplies from. So let's go ahead and start on it now. So, with that being said guys, okay, let's explain now what can cause the radiator fan to stay on. Now, a few things can do that. But first guys, you have to be extremely careful working on the radiator fan. Why? Because it can turn on anytime, and when it does, it can take your fingers off guys. So, when working on the radiator fan, replacing radiator fan or anything related to it, I would recommend to disconnect the car battery. On these modern vehicles, it really matters which battery terminal you disconnect first and which one you reconnect first. If you do it the wrong way, you can actually burn the engine, computers, electronics, modules. That can cost you thousands of dollars. How we know that? Because we did it in the past. So that's your radiator fan guys. What can cause the radiator fan to stay on and not to turn off? One simple thing that can do that guys is bad coolant temperature sensor. Coolant temperature sensor can easily do that. Why? Because the engine computer uses the coolant temperature sensor to calculate how hot the engine is, so it knows if it's starting to get hot to the point where the thermostat cannot regulate that temperature with the radiator itself. It needs to cool the radiator, so it will turn the radiator fan on. And here you have that's the brain box, that's the control module computer for the fan that adjusts. You have up to 10 speeds guys. Depending on the coolant temperature sensor, it's going to actually turn that fan on at different speeds. But if that sensor is not sending information to the computer correctly, actually the computer will turn the fan on to prevent overheating. That can easily happen. Number 2, disconnected coolant temperature sensor. Number 3, broken wire somewhere going from the coolant temperature sensor to the engine computer. We had that problem on a Jaguar guys, X-Type. It took us a while. That was a weak spot on those. From vibrations, it used to break that wire, and once you replace the wire, you're perfect. Another thing in some cases that can cause the radiator fan to stay on is a relay that is sticking. Sticking relay that does not turn off can cause the radiator fan to stay on as well. And third, it could be guys, bad radiator fan control module that's defective. And lastly, that we see quite often in the shop on older vehicles, it could be bad engine computer. But I'll always guys put money on the coolant temperature sensor, relay, fan itself, and lastly the computer. So hopefully guys the video will be helpful to any of you trying to figure this thing out. Thank you for watching and see you next time.